Let's dive into questions because we got a lot of them. First question at T-Bog 2013. Are y'all in desperate need of another Vic?
Another Mike Vick. If he can stay away from turnovers, I'd love a guy with a tremendous athletic ability.
That can move the ball. Someone quick like that is very intriguing. Next question at Devin Will _20. If we don't make the playoffs, do you think it's actually Sam's fault, the receiver's fault, or the O-line's fault?
I think it's a combination of everyone from the coaching staff to the players on the field. Everyone's to a degree at fault for having a bad season, just like any other team. But I do believe that, with that being said, that we can bounce back, and the season's still long, and then there's next season, and we're gonna revamp, and this is a good learning experience. So.
I personally believe that Bradford's the least of your problems.
The O-line,
the worst. Yeah, receivers in the middle. That's how I would go.
Out of those three, yeah.
At sweet _baby _Ray 54. Great barbecue sauce for the record. If this injury sidelines Sam for the remainder of the season, will the Eagles look for a new QB or make moves on the O-line?
I don't think it's going to sideline him for the remainder of the season. So.
He might suit up on Sunday.
Yeah, he wants to play. He probably I'd bet against it, but he's just showing, he's not down and out.
Yeah, I don't think you can question the guy's heart. He wants to win. He's always
he's in his contract year, so he's definitely got something.
Yeah, and he's got that little incentive as well. Do you think that this is these injuries are gonna prompt them to, the second part of his question, to make moves on the O-line? I think it has to.
You got to do that.
After just that game alone.
Yeah, look, I have conversations with people all the time, and they say Bradford stinks, bringing Kaepernick. Well, I'm sorry, no matter who you bring in, you need an offensive line to protect the quarterback. It's that simple. Like, if you think these guys, all these other teams are kicking the tires on, or are getting benched and cut because they're because they're doing something good, you're wrong. So I mean, it's not like these guys are Brady and Rodgers and you have a little bit lesser of an O line, but they can still get it done. No, these are guys that need all the help they can get, and any quarterback needs that.
Next question at Tim Wack asks, if we don't make the playoffs, is Bradford getting traded? Now, Bradford's not under contract, so I'm going to assume he means, is Bradford not coming back if we don't make the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly. Bradford's not under contract. I personally think that it's tough to say, but I personally think I want them to keep him. So I'm going to say I think they will, but it's tough to say right now. I mean, I think you got to wait till the rest of the season. It's tough to answer this kind of question in the middle of the season. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, what if he goes on a tear and lights it up? I mean, you never know. Or what if he doesn't? So I don't think it's dependent on the playoffs. It's more his play the rest of the season.
Yeah, I have no idea, because someone else could just fall out of the sky, and you could just get someone in,
like a Russell Wilson, or like when you go in the draft, you never know. You draft that guy in the third round, he becomes one of the better quarterbacks in the league. So anything can happen. That's why you can't really if you have to commit something long term to him and he didn't play the way you wanted him to, then you got to do what's best for the team.
All right. Next question at J_Brad13. Our boy Justin Bradley. He asks, what will the Eagles need to do to be able to crush teams and not make the game come down to the last second?
Just the little mistakes throughout the game really catches up to you.
Yeah.
The little mistakes throughout the game. You got to take advantage of the opportunities when they're there, and the plays are there to be made. Guys get open. There's guys to block, and they do a good job blocking on certain plays, and stupid penalties will hold them back. And that's the thing, when the whole line's blocking well and someone gets a penalty, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to just eliminate the little mistakes, and then that gets you to the greater prize.
Just very little mistakes. There's been so many flashes of greatness, and just so many stupid things that are just overshadowing all of that. Next question at Self-Made Luis asks, if Bradford doesn't turn out good this season, do you think we'll go out and get a QB like Kaepernick or Rivers?
We were talking about before. No matter who you bring in, no matter who you get, you got to get them an offensive line, and the receivers have to hang on to the ball and they have to get open too. So if we can get a receiver, will be great. But right now, it's really what I'm really sold on is we need to get that offensive line to the point of quality where all 5 guys are at least starters. I mean, we have so many guys on the line that are older, they're getting hurt, and then the new guys come in and they're just not that good. I mean, you got to have a solid 5 guys that are going to play for the next however many years.
intriguing. I could see both of those guys in Eagles uniforms next year. I mean, not at the same time, but like it's possible.
Rivers, Kaepernick.
Yeah, I mean, there's Stafford. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks.
Bradford, I'd throw in that
agency.
mix.
So
yeah, there's a lot of interesting
it's
guys.
so hard to tell.
Well, Rivers is no guarantee that he's going to go anywhere. I mean,
I just think
seems like
he's older, and the Chargers need to like
start
hit the reset button.
I mean, we'll see if we will. That'd be crazy if we got him and just at the end of his career, like got him for a couple of years just to.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, if they gave him a defense, be interested to see
what
he could do.
Quarterback.
No, not at all.
Yeah, give him a defense.
Except when he's celebrating on the sidelines. I'm gonna butcher this. At Kaluza asks, who is the biggest bust on this team and who is the biggest stud this year on the team?
I like that question. I think the biggest bust is Jason Kelce for sure. Because he was supposed to hold that whole interior together, and he's only been playing even worse. But I mean, I'm not putting all the blame on him. He does have some problems around him and moving parts, but he's been a really big bust. And I think Jason Peters too.
Yeah.
He just fell off completely. No coincidence that they're both on the offensive line.
Yeah, if you're on the offensive line, you're bust.
The biggest stud, I'd say, like sleeper wise, like. Probably Walter Thurman or Jordan Hicks before he got hurt.
I'd say Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks. But yeah, Walter Thurman's been awesome. But the overall biggest stud I'd have to say is probably Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah.
He's just been out playing every safety in the league. He's been out there on a mission.
He's sick.
I think that's definitely.
Yeah. At Nate.Dorley asks, is Nelson Aguilar a bust?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just young. Need to give him some time. The quarterback really doesn't have a lot of time to throw the ball this year, lately especially. He also got hurt, which doesn't help in a rookie.
Yeah,
the last thing
stunts your growth for sure.
But no, I think you got to give him some time. He's young. He'll learn how to get open, and he's a good player, so he's going to keep working hard.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. Talent's there. Zay asks, what is it going to take for this team to get on track? The offense and defense are never on the same page.
Yeah.
It's
mistakes,
true, really.
The mistakes are really the biggest thing, but it's about getting talent in town, and this year it doesn't look like the talent's fully on the roster. I mean, these offensive linemen can't just transform into starters overnight. They're just not that good. So you're probably going to be seeing, the mistakes are one thing, but the sloppy play and all this offensive line breaking down and. That's not going to change. We're just going to have to work with it, and you've seen them work with it. So not to say that it can't get us to the playoffs because in this division it's just so bad.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have to wait and get some of that cap space freed up and go attack that offensive line.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good year in the off season.
Yeah,
I thought last summer we did really well. I think we're going to do even better.
Yeah, because it's going to be fun watching them build the offense now. We watched them build the defense last off season, and now it's going to be all focused on getting the right offensive guys in here, and hopefully we make the playoffs so we're not on Hard Knocks and we can just go about our business.
Chip Kelly would die.
Yes.
He might not come back if they have to do that. Now I could see him not coming back if they have to do that. He would hate that.
Nuts.
At CHS_Doppler asks, even with Jordan Hicks out for the remainder of the season, would you think he's still a big nominee or winner for the Defensive Rookie of the Year?
That'd be crazy. It's a good question.
I can't think of any defensive guys at the top of my head that have been killing it like him, from a rookie perspective.
Yeah, it's tough to miss half the season and
that's the only
win
thing.
it though. But
if he played the whole season, landslide.
Landslide. Yeah, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even know. Great question. I couldn't even tell you any other defensive rookies that have been killing it.
I think Marcus Peters has played well for the Chiefs, but overall it's like tough to even sniff somebody out. I don't know. Landon Collins has played all right, but not great.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good question. Yeah, stumped us a little bit. At Jeremy_DiPierto asks, will they pick up the 6'5" Chris Matthews and cut Miles Austin?
That's a good idea. Miles Austin getting cut.
Anything.
Chris Matthews isn't that good either. He had the one big Super Bowl game, but I mean he just got cut himself, so that's like somebody getting excited and picking up Miles Austin just because we cut him and they have a guy that they don't like. I don't know. I don't think Chris Matthews is terrible, but I mean you're not going to see much change. I don't think.
But Miles Austin,
he's horrible. He's been awful.
They can just cut him.
Yeah. They could just cut him and not bring in Chris Matthews.
Honestly, like you could suit me up, and it might not be that much worse if I go out on the field.
it would be. At least I could get behind and root for you. Maybe they'll sign Rasheed Bailey off their Jags practice squad.
Yeah, that would be great. I think they should go get him. Go bring him back.
Yeah, that'd be fun to show everyone why he got cut in the first place. Come on, he's like was he a D3 guy?
Yeah.
Going against the NFL players.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's tough.
But at least that's a project you can work on. Miles Austin, he's not gonna be around next year. You're paying him $2 million to just do nothing.
They guaranteed him $1 million.
Yeah.
So they paid that either way. But
get out of
Dallas is paying. The thing about it this way though, Dallas is paying that guy $5 million this year.
All right, that's kind of cool. He's not that bad of a guy anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
all right. At Jason Ardeacon 99 asks from the UK. This is his question regarding the UK. It's a good question. Which would benefit the growth of the NFL in the UK? More games in London or an actual franchise in London? And does the growth in the UK have negative effects upon the NFL in America, such as teams losing home games?
No, I think it's a good thing for London. But I think them getting a franchise would definitely benefit.
That would be
a lot
awesome.
Bigger. It would be really big, and then they would pick up Rasheed Bailey, and he would be their top receiver.
Yeah,
and he would kill it.
I would love.
To be honest with you, I didn't mean what I said about you, Rasheed. I like you. I want you to be,
I would have on the team.
I want you to have the success.
I'd be a Miles Austin and Riley Cooper. Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. Oh my goodness.
I'll take Rasheed Bailey.
I want the upside.
London, they got to pick up like Rasheed Bailey and a couple other guys that are underdog prospects, and that would help their growth. Get an underdog team, build somebody up.
Yeah.
Who else did we have that we liked in the preseason? Do you
maybe Raheem Mostert?
Yeah, Raheem Mostert. He'd be nice. How about like Tim Tebow? He'd be the quarterback.
Yeah. What's his name? Ed Reynolds.
Stud. Those 2 picks in that one game. Yeah, that'd be nice. And get all those guys and rally them up with the other guys and have a team that just fights hard.
They got a good squad there. All right. At the _great_white_Betskin. I can't get enough of that handle. If Sam Bradford, we've kind of had this question. If Sam Bradford plays well the rest of the season, do you think we can keep him, or would you rather us draft a QB? So, would you rather draft a QB or keep Sam Bradford?
I'm gonna say keep Sam Bradford and draft the QB because you got to draft a guy. You have no choice. You have to draft a young guy, and obviously he'll be young, but you have to draft a guy maybe later in the round, 3rd, 4th round, and just groom him into something that maybe could take over. That's just how things work. I don't know how long Sanchez will be around, especially at $5 million next year.
Nah, he's gone.
Yeah, I hope he's gone. I did some calculating, and I actually went through the Eagles roster, and I found a way to keep Sanchez and D'Amico Ryans and cut a bunch of other guys that I think need to be moved on from. And we ended up with $45.2 million in cap room after that. Keep with Sanchez and D'Amico, which is another $10 million. And we moved right between 2 teams we would have been 5th in the league in cap space, I believe. 5th in the league in cap space if we just do that. And people are talking about, how this team stinks and they can't do anything. They gave all these big contracts out, but they're right. They're right. They have some guys to replace that are going to be tough to replace, like Peters, I think, and some Brent Selleck, I think, is another guy and Darren Sproles. I think those guys need to be moved on from their contracts. Like Riley Cooper, obviously, that's going to be easy to move on from. But you move on from some of these guys, and you have guys to replace in the draft, maybe free agency, but you have all the money in the world to do it, and then some. It's just like what we had last year. So
that'd be great.
It's going to be a flurry of moves to improve this offense. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to leave it with this. The best comment from the pick today. At JJohnson215. His comment: Sam the man will be grand. Just put the pig in his hand. I love it. I love the optimism, man. We're half game out. We'll be there on Sunday, live from the link.
If we win, we
win. We're back in time first.
Who does Skins play?
Killer Cam.
Oh man,
they're gonna get rocked. Yeah, they're gonna get rocked.
Yeah.
So
they do.
So we could be right back. We could be right back on the top again.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's just don't take it one game at a time. Throw all your speculations out the window one game at a time and just try and
hey, whatever happens. Just hope Chipper comes on back and he's ready to build this offense next year.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you on Sunday.